Look at that! Oh my eyes, what is this? Welcome, weary wanderer. It is I, back to give myself uninvited tours into other people's bases before proceeding to give them marks out of 10 that they might not even deserve. The thing behind me is absolute nightmare fuel. I mean, it's obviously the 8th wonder of the world. What am I talking about? And we're going to be taking a look inside that and anything else I come across today. But I absolutely love it when people flex their creative juices while they're making their bases in this game. But sometimes there are those individuals who are so special they're more interested in finding out how to defy physics as much as possible without breaking the game, and those end up being my favourite people. So let's go and take a look at what they've got for us. Now, my first impression here is that we're looking at something that could very well be from outer space. I'm half expecting to walk up the steps inside the property, and then those steps will retract. Then it will launch into the stratosphere, and we'll end up in some distant galaxy where my poor dino tail is going to get experimented on. Yeah, I really like this. I'm a big fan of chaos at times. Now, this structure is completely underpinned by all of these stone pillars, all these columns, and I'm sat wondering what the purpose of the sandbags are. Is it like an immersion thing with the water in case you get flooding? Or, oh, no, actually, I've just had a thought. It could well be actual base defense where when you're defending your stardust filter... Whoa, is that a mirror? I see. Want to jump into that? Let's take a little look and see if there's another way. If the door's not open, I might jump in. Yeah, I think it might be if they get attacked, then as those manic hungerer mud-slinging enemies are coming in towards them, if those pillars get taken down, then the entire house will crumble with it. So it's probably just straight-up defense. Got turrets all the way around. I'm a big fan of the marble in general. I think marble structures just look great. My own base has a marble structure, which I'll probably show you sometime. All right, let's take a look upstairs and see what we got here. What is going on? Oh, nice. I like the lighting. That is very, very inviting. With the exception of that horrendous-looking deviant. What is that? We've got Pinhead? Yeah, that's welcoming. Yeah, I'm not going up now. Oh, I suppose we'll just do it. Now, the floor, oh my goodness, my game is just freaking out. Yeah, the tiles aren't all the same way downstairs, but they are a little bit more uniformed up here. It feels less like a spaceship in this room, though. More like the base of a Zeppelin. The direction of the floorboards makes me feel like this is a much bigger property than it actually is. This is amazing, actually, inside. Loving the inviting warm colours and a bathtub right next to the lightly frosted glass. This is superb. Have to have a look through those doors at some point. Don't know how. Stardust resonant filter thing. Not the best idea to have it inside. I guess that would drive the mobs crazy outside. But hey, a risky plan for a risky builder. So why not? And there is the mirror outside. Actually, let's just take a little look. Bounce up here, take care of business, bing bang bong, back you go. I said back you go! Are you kidding me? I've already jumped in it! Okay, very good. So what else? Yeah, the bed under the stairs. Don't do that, man. I mean, that's just so claustrophobic. Just put the crates there instead. You can get the bed anywhere else but there. Are you kidding me? Oh, this is quite cute. Got a little couple sink action with the warm, inviting light. That is really, really nice touch. And oh my goodness, by the trident of Poseidon, look at this! What a fish aquarium we've got going on here. This is magnificent. I've never seen anyone get so invested with all the sea life. You should charge entry at this point. Most of the fish, you know, those, I would say these are all an appropriate size for all of these tanks. Oh, except for that one. Yeah, that's just downright cruel at this point. He's outgrown it, man. And so is that one. Do your job, will you? If you're going to look after all these fish, at least do it properly. In all seriousness, I love how this looks. Got the workbenches up here as well. I'm not really that keen on functionality that you got to travel so far to get, you know, your items repaired and crafted and all that. But yeah, this is a nice looking base on the inside. So deceptive. A double fridge because you're going to get hungry. I've just realized where your food supply is coming from. It's coming from upstairs. And now if we press B, we can take a look inside. What is that? That's your biomass generators, it looks like, with the eels. So there's plenty of power in here. It's a shame we can't actually get inside. I don't actually see any other way in. What is in there? It looks like a garden, maybe? Yeah, they're planting things. We don't need to look in there. Probably no room to walk around anyway. Final thoughts are that I've never seen anyone else do this in the game so far. It's pretty cozy on the inside, despite some questionable placements here and there, the tiles in the bed and whatnot. I think, though, they've done a fantastic job of solving problems that come with an upside-down house, and they've managed the rest of the space really well. I'm rating it 7.5 out of 10. Still not quite sure what those water pumps are doing that high up. Maybe it's for those hungerers, you know, keeping them away from it. Right, so now when we move on to this next one, I just want you to know that the one we just rated, I saw that when it was under construction quite a while ago. That was definitely the first one to arrive on the server as an upside down house. This next one is either a friend or an admirer has pitched up next to them and gone, I'm doing that as well. So let's see what they have come up with. First impressions, I see that the roof is actually inside out. I didn't notice that before. So the flooring is going to be what should be the outside of the roof. Ultra wide stairwell, and I can see that wood rotting over time. What the heck is going on here? The double turret. This is actually an ingenious idea. I don't know if this is the only way to solve it with those pillars, the triangle just hanging off the edge there, but you know what? It works. This is lunacy. Do we award points for... I don't know. I think it would be better if the triangular kind of platform actually sat on top of the turret. Then at least it would look more plausible. But right now it looks utterly ridiculous. However, you know, you got the marble flooring, so that's a massive selling point from my POV. Well, let's go and take a look upstairs and see what you got going on. More ultra-wide stairwell that kind of narrows as you go further in. I don't really like that, to be honest with you, but you know what? That's the least of this base's problems, so let's get up there and see. Oh, wish machine. Don't mind if I do, sir. Let's have a shot. Okay, we'll just tap it a couple of times, you know. Might get lucky. Missed. Hit. Oh! DE Jaws BP! Yeah, I don't know if I'll be using any of that because I've got a shrapnel assault rifle build and I don't think I'll be swapping off it at this point. Coming to think of it, the other house must have been inside out to make that perfect triangle, but they must have covered it with the inside wallpaper or something. Looking around here, extremely compact. I don't like the differing wood grain, or what is the purpose of the stone ceiling there? Yeah, the fish tank behind the stairs is a good call in terms of space management, because where else are you going to put something like that? Plenty of windows, but still not enough light. A piano under the stairs, what a disaster. You can't do that, man. There is no shot you're going to have any creative comfort or play, and you're going to trip over the top of the lid like that. Deviants seem to be having a good time, despite the fact they're being held against their will 24/7. And also, you've jammed them against the windows in the same way as you have your supply bench and synthesizer that takes all the light out of the room. Anyway, up here, complete darkness, so this is a big problem. It looks unfinished, to be honest with you, so I don't really know what to say other than you need windows in here, you need interior lighting. What the heck is going on with the roof? Wood pitched roof corner. Right, I know what's going on with the roof. You see, you've tried to attach it into the middle of your structure, which means you get what you deserve. You play stupid building games, you win stupid building prizes. Well, let's go up and see how it looks. Okay, you've left a corner open. That's actually quite a cool idea. It looks like no, it doesn't look like a door. It looks absolute trash. But still, I do like the idea of what you've tried to achieve. It's just that this game doesn't really snap on in the way that you would like. And you've left your garage up top as well. What are you going to do? Just drive it into the lake? I mean, think about it from a practical sense, man. It's not just that, but when you're leaving your base, you want to repair it if it needs done. And that's usually best done as you're at the bottom of your... Then again, you are at the bottom of the building, I suppose. Oh, I've just realized the garage in the other... That's where it was. Oh man, how do you get there? No, I've just realized I don't care. It's not really fair to rate an unfinished base, but if I was going to assume that the empty floor would become more of the same garbage, then they've got the garage up top and those bizarre turret platforms as well as a copycat design. I'd be thinking more along the lines of a 3 out of 10, but then the wish machine did give me a gun, so we'll up that to a 4. You know, I don't just rate nightmare bases on this channel. I've rated shopping malls and flying drones and all kinds of things, but I still like to have a look at what people come up with on a budget. And this one has got me scratching my head. I've run around it a couple of times and I failed to understand how this builder thought it would be a good idea to have their structure right next to a tree. And it's not just that, but there's a strange kind of design to this, in that there's a massive indent, and I can't figure out the reason why. What could possibly be so necessary to create this dark alley where unspeakable crimes could be committed? But if we want to talk about unspeakable crimes, then let me take you here, because this, I don't even know what to say about this. Mother Nature is violating this motorbike! What kind of monster would allow this sacrilege to take place in front of their eyes, in front of their base, in front of their front door? And inside, ladies and gentlemen, it gets worse. There is no shot that this person did not know what they were doing. This has come from the mind of a monster. This is Patrick Bateman psychopath level stuff. Who would actually do this and leave the tree up? Chop the thing down, will you? Okay, I'm gonna be all right. So in here we got some kind of little garden growth going on with the warm purple lights, and the bumblebee is overseeing all the actions in here. Let's take a proper look at the I guess this is a treehouse now, isn't it? So we've got a compost bin, and we've got barrels and the benches. This is a good way to work it. I like this idea of the L. I've talked about this before. I think this is very, very efficient. You got your bed just out of the light, just offset from the window, but not under the stairs. I mean, you got your crates as well, so it's all, yeah, it's in a decent... What the heck, man? You've got to be kidding me! I don't know what I expected, but... how many trees is that? Is that 2? Let's just sit here for a second. So we got that tree in from downstairs, and I think the one from outside is also poking through. I think it actually is. It's going right through the synthesizer. Look at that! That's the second tree! Now, I should be making some comments here about your base design, but I really don't care about your perfectly kept deviants or your stupidly placed Stardust resonant filter. All that matters is this. God does not want you to live here. I think that much is apparent. Now, I'm getting out of here. I don't even know what to rate it. Probably one of the worst, most cursed bases I've ever seen. And yeah, you should probably get out of here too before the trees come alive and choke the life out of you. By the way, while I'm driving around looking for another base to rate, if you're having a good time, why not hit that subscribe button, because it's free, and hey, if it sucks later, you can always ditch me from your life. Okay, I'm not getting any nightmare fuel vibes. I'll park up and take a look. Wow. Just goes to show what you can do with everyday materials like the stone, the concrete, and the wood. I'm a big fan of that. You don't have to go all big splash out to buy the cosmetics to impress me. Just a good design. But how do we get in? Aha! There is an open door here, so now we can rate the base. Alright, bunch of machines outside. Is that one of those terminal grounding pole things? We might have some cable management we can have a look at. There's another one on the far side of the door. Beautiful. I like the kitchen. Unpainted stone walls against this wood actually looks lovely. What a really nice contrast. And that little stove in the middle acts as an island. I think we're just going to turn the cables on though and see what they've done with it, because if you've got all the... Where does that go? Well, so much for cable management. Oh my eyes, what is this? Press B and then press L and then you never have to look at this nightmare again. Oh my word. I do like being able to hide the cables now. Oh, honestly, just take those poles down. If you're not going to do it, just don't do it. You know what I'm saying? You know, the synthesizer looks a little bit out of place, like it's been pushed along because you dropped your sweet roll under there or something. And I do quite like this kind of divide between the wood and the concrete, and the parapets there, they're actually looking like they've been used as like a window or something like that. I think that's a great idea. Well done, you. And we've got a nice little setup with your benches and the disassembly, and you've got your crates around. I'd say it looks a little untidy, but it's pretty good for a ground floor. And by untidy, I'm not necessarily saying this as a disparaging comment on the base. Just have a little sit in this chair. Ah, yes. Just like real life, this is exactly how I sit. No wonder my back is wrecked. Yeah, so look, balcony here, you know, beer bottle, cardboard boxes, all that kind of stuff is a bit more indicative of someone who actually does live here. And I think that that's a great idea to put in your base stuff that doesn't quite look like it's 100% tidy. It looks less AI procedurally generated and more like someone just dropped a Dorito on the floor and never picked it up and said, I'll leave it for the dog. Really making the most of a double-sized balcony instead of the generic template one you can just plonk down. We've got the Stardust resonant filter there, fortified by sandbags. I don't really use that method myself. I don't even know how effective sandbags are. We've got the garage as well. It's a shame you fenced it off, but at least it's out front where it belongs. Now, this is something quite special. Used in conjunction with the stairwell, you've got these curved panels that a lot of people don't really know what to do with them, but this guy does. I absolutely love this idea. I so wish the game would allow you to make these double-sided. Wouldn't that be something? It just feels regal to come up these stairs. It's like they've been telegraphed and it's calling to me. Come here! I'm being a little picky, but the wood floor grain is a bit higgledy-piggledy, and this is what I was talking about before, those templates that you can plonk down. Ah yes, so you can see your outer space neighbor! No one can profess to have such a beautiful view such as that. Let's see what we got going on upstairs. Oh yeah, I am starting to think you built this place because of that guy over there. Why else would you pick such a spot? Can we get onto the roof? Ah! No! We'll just take the stairs and we'll get up that. Oh, hello. What a lovely snug little bedroom we've got here. And I'm standing right now on an angled rug, which is just the final kind of proof that this guy is 100% aware of the imperfections of human daily life. And yeah, we've got an angled storage crate here. I just wish the beds, man, I wish there was another choice for them. They all look like they've been in multiple crime scenes, the single ones. Anyway, yeah, the posters and the little shelves and the desk and a great view outside with the bookcase. I'm loving every part of this. I mean, it's cluttered, probably too cluttered for me, myself, as I don't live like that in real life. But yeah, this guy has it spot on. Let's see what we've got going on the roof. Biomass generators nicely hidden away there because they are ugly things, let's face it. But, you know, they serve a purpose that we all need. Power! Every opportunity is taken to enjoy the view and see your neighbour. What is going on over here? Oh wait, is that a drop chute? So if your base is under attack, you need to get down quickly, you can just go... Oh, as if there was ever any doubt. I thought I was going to break both of my legs there. That's a fantastic idea. I think I saw a comment from someone in one of my videos saying you can use the updraft and maybe you could like have that as an elevator. Can't really see much downsides to this house at all, and that is until you look at these doors! Are you serious? How do you get in there? What do? Do you just kind of like jump and dive through it like an action movie? Just put some stairs in! Maybe you can tear the foundation down one and then step up gently, I don't know. This is one of my favourite examples of how to build a base without all the, you know, the bells and whistles. From those deliberate imperfections to the parapet windows. Come to think of it, maybe they're meant to be more like blinds for privacy. You got the curved panels at the stairs, what else? Oversized balconies and having various kinds of spacing throughout, as well as the spectacular view of the 8th wonder of the world. It's not perfect, but that is someone's home, and that home is an 8.5 out of 10. Right, I really should go play this game more as I'm spending an awful lot of time in other people's bases. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace!